Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and if you've been watching my reviews, I've reviewed every single episode of Titans on the DC Universe, and at the beginning it didn't really win me over. I kind of sort of hated it, but just a few weeks later, it did win me over. It did get better, and I've really enjoyed the show for the most part. But now we're at the season finale. This is episode 11, entitled Dick Grayson. At the beginning, we see Dick Grayson, who I guess has retired, living in California. He has a family. He is with Dove, which I found kind of weird for obvious reasons, and they have a kid together. She's pregnant with another, and honestly, you knew that it was all fake. You knew that it was an illusion, especially because of the way the last episode left off with Dick going into the house, about to deal with Raven's father and whatever demon-esque stuff that they plan on doing. So look, even though I knew that from the beginning, I still was interested. I still was curious on where we were going to go. We see Jason Todd in a wheelchair show up and warn him, say that Batman is about to go too far. He's about to cross his limits. He wants to kill the Joker. And when he mentions about how Alfred is dead, Jim Gordon is dead, Barbara is missing, you think, well, can't really say I blame the guy all that much. I will say that if we were going to have a scenario where Dick Grayson was married and with kids, I don't love that it was Dove. I like the actress, I like the character, and I didn't like this in the first episode where they introduced these guys, where they touched on some romance between Robin and her all the way back then, because she's with Hank. And even later on, when Dick goes back to Gotham City and then he calls her and then Hank is there helping them paint, it's such an awkward situation. And in fact, I felt bad for Hank when he was there and he was still willing to help, knowing that his girl is pregnant with somebody else's kid and he's still trying to help. It was messed up. It made Dick Grayson not look like the greatest guy, at least when it comes to that. It didn't help that we've gotten a Hawk and Dove backstory episode to make me care so much more about them as a couple. Maybe if we saw Dick with Barbara Gordon, you would have a new actress and you would have just a redhead, and that would tell us, oh hey, he ended up with Barbara Gordon. I would love that, and it would make a lot more sense, but they didn't do it. So he goes back to Gotham, and you see that Gotham has went to shit. More so than usual. I know Gotham always really is a shitty place and criminals running amok, but when he's in the cab and he's going through the streets and you see the prostitutes, you see the crime, the people killing each other, dead bodies everywhere, the cops have no control over it. This is the next level shit on Gotham being terrible. And then he finds the Joker's body, which was thrown from a rooftop on top of a car. You think he's dead at first, only to see he twitches, and so Joker's alive. So Batman has yet to cross the line. Joker's in the hospital. Dick Grayson goes to Wayne Manor, talks to him, kind of, sort of, really talks to the cameras because Bruce won't come out. I love the shot of the back of Bruce Wayne in the Batcave looking at the monitor. Very ominous. We never see Bruce Wayne or Batman truly full on, but just his presence. And again, it's an illusion, but the idea of Bruce Wayne losing his humanity and going over that line is very fascinating, very interesting. Then you see Batman just shows up at the hospital and kills the Joker dead. Kills him dead. And jumps out the window. Dick sees this, and look, I know that there are a lot of people who would love this version of Batman. Hell, we kind of got this version of Batman with Ben Affleck, where Batman vs. Superman, he just went around killing everyone. and people loved it. So I've never been a fan of Batman killing. Michael Keaton's Batman killed people. I never liked that. I didn't. My Batman is the Christian Bale Batman who avoid killing at all costs, or he never did it by his own hand. He had that code. He had that one rule. I think if he ever did cross the line, Joker would be the person to kill. So that's why even when you see him kill the Joker here, you go, okay, well, maybe he just needed to do that one person. But then you see that no, Batman can't ever kill people, because if he ever did, even if he made just one exception, he would lose his mind. We see that he goes to Arkham Asylum, at least we see the aftermath of it, and he kills everyone. Almost every criminal you can think of. We see a dead Two-Face in his cell. We see a bunch of dead criminals. We hear that he killed some guards and some nurses. He killed the warden. So it's not just criminals now. He's killing everybody in his path. So Dick Grayson has no choice. He goes to the police department. He tells them that Bruce Wayne is Batman. I love the cop's reaction to it, where he was like, get the fuck out of here. And then he's like, holy shit. I love that because, yeah, to us, to the audience, it goes hand in hand. It's obvious that Bruce Wayne is Batman, right? But to see somebody else outside of that in this world, a cop, react to that news, I thought that was played up very well. So Dick leads an operation. They go to Wayne Manor. They storm it. And this was a massacre. Seeing Batman kill every cop that made it to the Batcave. Just vicious, brutal. And then we see Starfire. She shows up and she's about to use her powers on him. And he has a freeze gun. And the shot of Batman, the back of him, turning around. And so I guess you do get a full-on shot of Batman right then and there. He looked awesome. Maybe it was just for that one shot, but it looked like a legit Batman, at least ones that kill. And so he kills her, freezes her. Dick Grayson blows up the whole mansion, goes down there, sees Batman under some rubble, decides to give in to his dark side and kills Batman. All of this, I should mention that all of this was quite disturbing to see Batman go over the edge, to see him go down a path that is something I personally would never want to see him go. I mean, the only reason why I was okay with it was because I knew it wasn't real. But still, the scenario was fascinating. It reminds me of that episode of Batman the Animated Series, I think called Over the Edge, where Barbara Gordon was doused with fear toxins from Scarecrow. And then throughout the episode, you see her get killed by Scarecrow. You see what her death means. Jim Gordon finds out she's his daughter's Batgirl, goes after Bruce Wayne, storms the mansion, hunting them down. It was fascinating. And then you see that it's not real. So this is what almost they were doing here. I was totally cool with it, totally fine with it. And then the cliffhanger is you see Dick Grayson back in the house with Raven and the parents, and he's embraced the dark side. So he has the black eyes, and I guess now they have control over him. That as a cliffhanger, it makes sense. It does. It is intriguing. It does make me think, well, what's going to happen next? But I also didn't love it because it's like, well, that's it? Really? So Dick Grayson's just evil now, and then credits. So it's a little frustrating. But sure, fine. When season 2 rolls around, I'm definitely going to be interested to watch it. I just don't know how long I have to wait for a season 2. So guys, I have enjoyed this season of Titans, definitely more so than not. I'm not saying that it didn't have its downs. I'm not saying that there weren't some episodes that I didn't care for, but for the most part, there was some interesting episodes. There was some good characters, good acting, good action. Let me know in the comments below what you think of not only this episode, this Elseworld episode. How do you think about how Batman was used here? What did you think of the season overall? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!